There is only one truth, and it is love. Welcome to today's channeled message. I'm Sonia Davies, spiritual advisor, and if you are new to my channel, you are so welcome here. I write channeled messages every morning, and I also share some of those. Some of them are really private and personal, but quite a few of them, more and more, are actually for you, for me to share with you for the collective. And I speak those because my voice is an activator. I'm here to share this message with you today, and this one is beautiful. It's all about love and joy, and it is the most gorgeous, gorgeous message. If you've been here a while, thank you. I know you are going to love this one. This one is just fabulous. The frequency of it is amazing. Now, what I'm going to do in just a moment is I'm going to read out the message that I've got here today. And please don't worry when it is that you're watching this. These are timeless messages. Your guides will have brought you here to this video, this message right now, because it's what you're ready to hear. Please trust that. So I invite you, if you can, to gently close your eyes, take a nice deep breath, and feel the frequency of this message today. There is only one truth, and it is simplicity itself. Love is everything. Love shines and radiates joy and celebration and light and all that is. Love is where the heart intelligence within you has its form. Love is the path to the peace you seek. Love is the all-encompassing all that is in oneness and delight. Without love, you cannot live. Your human incarnation tries to block this love, for this is a form of control. When you love, you thrive. When you fear and step away from love, you cannot access your full power. Step into love. Feel your heart. Feel the joy and bliss that comes through your heart, and know that this is the key to oneness in your life. In love, always and eternally. Such a beautiful message today. I mean, wow, love is everything. What I really love in this message is my guides, when they came through, are really saying that love is everything. Love is the path to the peace that you seek. I love that. I mean, I just love that message, because when you love unconditionally, you find that peace and joy and everything that you want. We've been hearing for a while now that the brain is not where the intelligence lies. It's the heart intelligence that is the path to ascension, whatever you want to call it. I've got to be honest, I'm not a fan of that term, ascension, but that's a different conversation for another time. But this is saying without love, you cannot live. Heart intelligence is everything. When you learn to listen to what your heart is telling you, and you follow it and you trust it, you unlock everything you've ever wanted. That's the journey we are all on, is learning to move away from brain-led intelligence and logic and all of that rationalizing and things like that. I'm not saying they're not important, but that move away from that very brain-centered into heart-centered. What do you feel? Now, I've heard a lot of people talking about heart-led intelligence, heart-centered intelligence for a long time. And it's very easy to kind of think, well, what does that actually mean? So for me, I mean, you will come to your own conclusion on this, and that's the point of this. That's what heart intelligence is. For me, heart intelligence means trusting my instincts, my intuition, my inner knowing, gut feeling, whatever you want to call it, however it shows up for you, your instincts, your that feeling that that thing when you walk into a room and you just go, oh, this doesn't feel nice. That's your heart intelligence. There's an energy. Your heart intelligence is your energy. That's the heart of everything that you do in your life. The problem with being human is that we have learned or been taught, conditioned into not trusting it. No, follow the logical path. Don't follow the heart-led path, because that's wishy-washy. That's all soft stuff. I mean, particularly if you are a gendered male. However, and this is not commentary on gender, by the way, but I'm talking about the narrative that males in our society have been given. It's not okay to feel. Many women have also had the same. This is, like I say, this is not a gender conversation. Actually, as a soul, we have no gender. There is no such thing as gender. That's a very, again, human construct. A bit like time and all the rest of it. And I'm not getting into that conversation about that. But the narratives that as a society we have been given, forced into, around don't show emotion. Emotion is weakness. Emotion is not strength. Logic, brain, that's where the strength lies. That's what succeeds in this world. That's what we're moving away from. The reality is that is what it's all about. That's what connecting with your spiritual self is all about. It's moving away from the logical brain and into the heart brain. Your heart intelligence is way more powerful than your brain. And again, this isn't about intellect either. This is about the fact that your heart knows way more than you give it credit for. That's the power, and that's what this message is all about. Actually, I mean, that's something they specifically say in this message. When you love, you thrive. Your human incarnation tries to block this love, for this is a form of control. And that's what I'm talking about. How many generations back can you even, just looking at history, never mind your own ancestry, look at where, men were taught, don't feel, emotion is weakness. Women were taught you have to be soft, but you have to be strong as well, and it's not okay to talk about feelings. And all of those things, every single one of us has been taught at some level, subconsciously, through time, through our history of humanity, to that love is weakness. Love is the weak spot. How many, I don't know, cheesy romance novels have you seen where you have the hard-nosed guy who falls in love with a woman, and but that's weakness. Falling in love is weakness, right? I mean, it's a trope, right? And I know that, but that's something that we are fed, right? This is saying today that's a form of control. That's part of what we're breaking away from. When you fear and you sit in fear and you go, oh no, I can't, it's not safe for me to lead with love, lead with intelligence, lead with my heart, lead with my instincts, trust my intuition. When you say that, they're saying you cannot access your full power. When you learn to live from your heart, from love, with love, for everything and everyone, and I'll come to the most important point in just a moment, that's when you start to radiate love out and other people respond, and it is powerful. You are an unstoppable force when you access your own love and when you live from a place of love. Now, I'm just going to mention the most important place to start with love is you, yourself. When you learn to love yourself unconditionally, love all the flaws and the bits that you see as wrong. Love the fact that you are an emotional human being. You have emotions. Do you know that's why we incarnate? Spirit, angels, guides, all of our the spirit realm, when we move on from this incarnation, we don't have emotion. Emotion is a human condition. It's a human experience. That's why so many people choose to come and incarnate. When your soul chose to come into this incarnation, one of the reasons was I get to experience emotion. There are lots of other things you get to experience as a human that you can't as a spirit form as well. Physical touch, taste, smell, things like that as well. But love and emotion is powerful. Doesn't matter what the emotion is. And so many people, I've experienced this myself in my own life. I've also seen it a lot with the people I work with. When you suppress emotions, and the four key emotions, by the way, are joy, anger, sadness, and fear. Joy, anger, sadness, and fear. And they all combine to create other emotions. The one that I love is excitement, which is a mixture of joy and fear. It's that tent. It's great. I love it. I love that one. But we are taught to suppress those emotions, and yet allowing those emotions to flow out of us is what sets us free. That's where our power lies. And as I was saying, so many people I know, and myself included in the past until I learned all this stuff, was physical symptoms, physical illness, mental illness, psychological illness, dealing with challenges, with trauma, with experiences in our lives, that gets stuck in the physical body when we don't allow the emotions to flow. When you have love for yourself, you allow your emotions to flow freely. And that includes anger. Anger doesn't have to be negative. Anger is a great energy to tap into. As long as the negative side of that is when you point it at someone else. That's the problem with that. You can be angry and not point it at someone else. That's kind of critical. You can feel joy and shine it out into the world. You can feel sadness, feel really upset, really miserable. Let yourself cry. You can feel fear. You can feel fear. Allow it to flow through you and out of you. This energy of living with joy, living with love, is not about not feeling emotions. It's the opposite. It's about not letting them block inside you, because you love yourself enough to acknowledge and trust your own emotions so that you feel them fully. But feel them when you feel them. Feel them when you feel them in the moment. Give yourself permission to do that. I've sat on that sofa many times and cried my eyes out because of something that's happened. Because I let it. And that is love for myself. Going, I'm acknowledging how I feel and I'm going to let myself feel it. And those suppressed emotions, the ones that we squash down, they always come out and they always show up. And that's where anxiety comes from. That's where stress comes from. That's where physical symptoms and illnesses come from. I've seen it so many times in so many people that I've worked with and in myself as well. When you stop listening to how much you love yourself, you stop listening to how you feel, you stop listening to your heart, who is always telling you the right path to follow for you in that moment. When you stop listening, that's when things start to become a problem. That's when life gets more difficult. This is a beautiful, beautiful message today. And it's really saying, feel your heart, feel the joy and bliss that comes from living through your heart. That's the key to success in your life, to oneness in your life, to joy in your life, to all the things you've ever wanted, the abundance, the connection, the community, the health, all of those things come from love. That's the starting point for everything. If you can carry love in your heart for every single living being out there, no matter who they are, that's when you live with joy, and that's when life really changes. And yes, that's not always easy. And yes, sometimes there's a process to go through. For example, if someone along the way has hurt you, caused you harm, there is a process of forgiveness to be completed. So there's work to do to get to the point of love. You can hold love for someone without being damaged by them. That doesn't mean you're accepting their behavior. Behavior can be very unacceptable, but you can still hold love and compassion for them. But it starts with you. How do you hold love and compassion for yourself? Do you hold love and compassion for yourself? Because that's what today's message is all about. So, if you've been here a while, you will know I always end my messages by saying I'm sending you love, because genuinely I am. I am radiating that love out. I hold love for every single living being on this planet, regardless of who they are, regardless of their actions. I still hold love for them, because at a soul level, I hold love for every single living being, human or non-human. That's the power of love. And that's what keeps me in a place of joy and abundance and connection and just the most gorgeous way to live. That's what I'm sharing with you today, that energy of love. Find the love for yourself. And if you want some help with that, then do reach out to me. I'll put some links below that you can have a look and see what you want. I'm going to ask you, if this has landed with you at all, please do click the like button. And if you feel inspired to, I would love it if you also subscribed, because it makes a huge difference to how this platform shares this message with other people who don't yet know me. And everything I'm doing is about sending love to as many people as possible. So if you feel inspired, thank you. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. I love you. I love everyone. I literally do. And I do mean that unconditionally. I do mean that unconditionally. So I'm going to leave this here. I am sending you so much love. So much love. All the love that I have is available for you right now watching this. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I will leave this here. Have a wonderful day, and may it be filled with love and light. Take care, and I'll be back with you soon.